Oh, my SherBears. Today's video is January favorites. I do have a few favorites, some high-end, some drugstore. I'm going to start with my favorite foundations of choice this month. And it's actually two, and they're both from the same brand. One was the first one I tried in the line. The other was a surprise that I loved it so much. And I'm talking about the L'Oreal Total Cover and the L'Oreal Pro Glow. This one I got because I'd seen What Would Lizzie Do talking about it and saying how she only liked it with a brush, and I went, okay, I'll try it and see if that's true. Truthfully, I prefer applying this with a brush. It doesn't go on quite as nice with a sponge, but I know each person is their own, and there have been a few since then that have said no, they like it with a sponge better than a brush. So it's one of those things where you have to decide on your own if it is preferable with brush or sponge. The next one was the Pro Glow, and I said I did get the Infallible Pro Matte as well, but I fell in love with this, and I chalked that up to it being my skin has been dry. Like, I actually have dry patches on my skin, and I think it's because it's winter and air is drier, right? So I've really been enjoying this because it seems to add just a little bit of dewiness to my skin. And let's get on to how you apply foundation. As I said, with the L'Oreal Total Cover, I prefer it with a brush, but with the Pro Glow, I do prefer using a sponge. And the sponges I've been using are the Quo sponges. This is the small one, and this is the big one. These are both dry and clean right now, so they're not to their full potential. But I would say these are as good as the Real Technique, and possibly even the Beauty Blender, because these are cheaper and the color doesn't bleed when you wash them. This is $7. This is $10, but there's a set of 3, so you get 3 of these for $10. And these are the Quo, so of course you cannot get them anywhere but in Canada, which is sad because these are really, really nice, and I've been using them pretty much non-stop since I got them. Now let's go on to setting powder, and this is in a NYX haul that probably isn't up yet. I'm not sure, I have to check, but this is the NYX HD finishing powder. I had said I was so disappointed with the Ofra setting powder that came in our BoxyCharm. That just left a total white cast on the face. This is completely different. This does not leave that white cast that powder left, and it's much less expensive. So Ofra should be looking at NYX to find out what they did right that they did wrong. Now on to bronzer, and I have yet put this in a Friday Fabs and Flubs, and it's my Artdeco bronzer in number 80. This is just, I have not been able to stop using this bronzer. It is just like the perfect light bronze color for this time of year. You don't need a heavy bronzer in the winter, and I think that's why I like it. I do know you can get this in the States, but you have to get it online. I will leave a link down below. In Canada, it's exclusive to Shoppers Drug Mart. Then on to cheeks. And what I just realized is here I am talking about foundation, and I didn't even mention the primer I've fallen in love with. And everybody knows you put primer on before you put foundation on. Come on, Sherry. Get your act together. So the primer I've been really loving, and this is higher priced. I did get it from Sephora. It is the Cover FX Mattifying Primer. This is so nice. It soaks into your skin. It looks like a silicone almost when you take it out, but it's more of a gel-like consistency, and it soaks right in to your skin. My makeup looks wonderful. My skin isn't breaking out. Of course, this does have salicylic acid in it, I believe, so it's to control blemishes and mattify your skin. So another awesome product from Cover FX, but they're a pretty good company. Now I can get on to my cheeks, and the cheek color I have been wearing the most is the Clinique Cheek Pop in Rosey Pop. I am actually wearing this on my cheeks today, and I can tell you I love this color. It just gives me a nice subtle rosiness to my cheeks. Looks like I've been out in cold weather. And for highlighter, I mentioned this in a Friday Fabs 2, and it's my Sweet Peach Glow Kit. I have been using the blush as well as the highlight. This bronzer though, I think it's going to be more of a bronze in the summer because it does have a glow, and that's when you're going to look like you have that sun-kissed look, that you have a bit of shimmer too. But the highlighter and the blush in this are so nice. I don't regret purchasing this. Now on to the eyes, and I have a few. Let's start with the brow product. I'm actually using it today, and it is the ColourPop Pot in Bangin Brunette. I don't know why I've been wanting to use this, but it is just the right shade of brown. And I have to say, I do have the pencil too. I think I prefer the pot better. Odd as it may be, I find the pot to be even a better match for my brows than the pencil itself. The pencil's good, but I really like this. And this was in Bangin Brunette. Now on to the eyeshadows, and I actually have 3 palettes here that I have been loving, one of which I'm wearing on my eyes today. And no, none of them are Canadian. None of them are Quo. They are all available to anybody. So the first 2, because they come from the same company, are the Essence All About Bronze and All About Roses palettes. If I'm going to pick one that I love more, it's going to be the bronze palette, which shocks me every time I say it's the bronze palette. So the one thing I could say about this, and as you can see there's quite a glisten, these are all shimmer shades. But I have found that with just incorporating one matte shade, I was able to do an entire look with this palette, because when you put it into the crease, they don't come off as shimmery. So I was even able to use the darker color on the outer corner of my eye. $5.99 or $4.99 at the drugstore. How can you beat a palette like that? And the color payoff, like those are the darker colors, and the other one was the Roses palette, and if you know about these, there is 4. I do have all 4. These 2 are in my favorites. These are the ones I have been reaching for. This one is more, I don't know if I'd even say roses for this. There is one pink color and the rest are either browns, mauves, or edging on purple. But this one does have a couple matte colors. Those are the mattes. They are on the lighter side and they are a bit chalky. I can do an entire look using just this palette, and that is probably why it was one that I was reaching for this week and this month. And beautiful, they last all day. Like I said, the bronze and the roses. Now on to the higher priced one, and I said, who watches the ads? Who watches the ads before our videos? I do. Apparently, because I had to go out and get the Smashbox Full Exposure palette because shape matters, and I'm not going to regret it, because I've been reaching for this one when I haven't been reaching for those 2. In fact, I'm wearing this today. I have this and this on my lid, and then I have this in the crease. I put a little of this in the outer corner and then topped it with the black. I have that as a brow bone highlight, and this color right here, right there on my lid. The only complaint I have about this palette is this color that I put on my lid creates fallout. So you want to make sure that you are using a really good primer and you haven't done your face makeup yet. You want to do these first, because it does have glitter fallout, and I had it all underneath my eyes. Then on to my lashes. Luminous Base Primer. This is good. Drugstore price. I don't know that it's as good as the Lancome, but it's good for the price you pay for it. So, I have been loving this. Not as much as the Sil Booster, but I have been loving this, and I haven't used the Sil Booster since I got this, because I have this one and another one I'm trying out right now. This is a good deal. And on to mascara, and I would have to say that I did about half and half with my products this month, where half are high-end, half are low-end or drugstore prices. My mascara is a drugstore, and it almost always is going to be a drugstore, and I did have this in a Friday favorites. It is the I Love Extreme Essence mascara. This will be the second Essence mascara that I have been loving. This though has a huge brush, like huge. Like, look at the size of that. It's huge. It's like almost the same width as my thumb, and I have big hands. This is a huge brush, but when you wear this, it gives you the most fantastic lashes I've seen. I don't know that it's better than my Lash Princess, but it's pretty close. And for the price of Essence mascaras and the fact that you go through your mascaras faster than any other product, this is a definite must for anybody who's looking for a good mascara. Go Essence and you won't regret it. These are awesome, awesome price. Enough said. Just go get an Essence mascara. My last item is, I have dry skin. My hands have been so severely dry that they were actually cracking and bleeding, and I'm one of these people that puts on hand lotion all the time. All the time. There's no reason for my hands to be cracking and bleeding. And I finally decided I've got to do something more than just hand lotion. I'm just doing hand lotion. This isn't helping. Let's do something else. I pulled out my Mary Kay Extra Emolient Night Cream. This stuff is awesome. It's made from beeswax. Every night before I go to bed, I put some of this on my hands. You don't need much, just a dab, but in the morning my hands feel so soft. This was a new tube. I'm down to about here. Like I said, you don't need very much. And I've been using it for 2 weeks straight. This isn't that expensive if you know a Mary Kay rep and you have severely dry hands or feet, because you can put this on at night and put on a pair of socks and your feet will feel wonderful and thank you in the morning. But go ask them if you can get some extra Emolient night cream. This is standard for Mary Kay. It was one of the original products in the Mary Kay line. So enough said about that, and I just realized I forgot to tell you about my favorite lipstick. And it's actually what I'm wearing on my lips today. This is ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in Viper. And I do have... This is a darker color. I don't wear this to work, but when I haven't been at work, this is what I've been wearing. Hate to say it, I'm always a nude for work, so that is the color I'm wearing on my lips today. It is an ultra matte, but I will tell you that if you buy the ultra matte lip colors, buy the primer too, the ColourPop primer, lip primer, because that helps to alleviate a lot of the dryness that comes from these products, because the ultra matte is very dry, and I know that if I put on the primer I'm completely fine and I don't have to worry about it drying out so bad that it's flaking off my lips, and it feels comfortable then. So that's everything for this January favorites. Please check in the description box down below. I will have Zelma's link to her giveaway video. She's doing a great giveaway. You have to go over and watch her video because she asked for you to comment something specific in the description box. I will say, because she makes jewelry, there's a hint. There is something that she's making, as well as other products that I absolutely love. She's got a great giveaway. So go over to Zelma's video, Make sure you're subscribed to all the ladies of MAB. They are listed in the description box down below. Be 18 years or older, have your profile public, and it is open internationally. Good luck to everybody who enters. That's everything for this video. Much love, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.